Let's talk about systemic bias. I want you to picture an enormous, complex, pre digital machine. All the well oiled gears are turning, cogs are fitting precisely. The machine was built by certain people, and it produces the best outcomes for those people and people like them. In many cases, the machine does not produce outcomes as beneficial for people and groups who did not participate in its design. And in some cases, it was designed to deliberately harm some people and groups. That's when we see systemic biases at play. For example, take the justice system. Imagine who might have participated in assembling the building blocks of what today make up our laws and judicial processes. Take our education systems. Imagine who was sitting around the tables when university admissions criteria were set, or whose perspectives determined and continue to determine what qualifies as essential curriculum and what doesn't. Take our funding, banking, and lending systems. Imagine who drafted the policies that now determine who gets a loan and at what interest rate or what credit rating allows someone to get a mortgage or even rent an apartment. The systems we live and work inside today were once upon a time created by people, often people who held the most power. And today, the bias they baked into those systems, it's evident. Systemic bias is showing up as poverty, criminality. We see certain populations over-criminalized. Systemic bias is evidenced by educational attainment gaps. We can see systemic bias in the world of health when we see who has the opportunity to live a long and healthy life and who doesn't. In organizations, systemic bias is expressed in the types of products and services we produce and who those products and services serve well and who they don't. So, how do we do anything about systemic biases? Well, picture yourself back in front of that machine again. It's not grinding away all on its own. It gets maintained simply when we all participate in its work and its outcomes. Because if we're doing things in status quo ways, the ways they've always been done, then we're actually keeping that machine pretty well oiled. But what if you took a good hard look at how you do what you do, your decision making, your work, and you asked yourself how you were inadvertently defaulting to your own biased perspective? Maybe you used a tool like the equity sequence to help you spot it. Maybe you brought together people around you, people with different perspectives and experiences on your work, on your decision making, in their experiences of that system. And together you spot the bias in it. Well, you know what you've got then? You've got a wrench in your hand, and you can take that wrench and throw it into the works.